What's up, guys? Here again with a Critical Ops video. Just wanted to highlight the recent update. If you check out the App Store, there should be a new update. We'll jump into the news here first. The bottom section on the left screen there. We got new game mode, TDM, Team Deathmatch. New mission system, complete daily missions to gain credits. New name change, buy a name change on the profile page. New in-game UI, weapon balance, pistols adjusted, SMGs adjusted, U ratio movement penalty reduced by 30%, gameplay changes, and a handful of improvements. There's also some bug fixes down at the bottom here. Shooting at the round end, team flip doesn't spam chat, bomb defusal after a diffuser had died, and so on and so on. You can pause the video or read them for yourself if you got the app. That pretty much covers it for the update. If you're still in the US or any region where the game isn't officially released on the App Store, you're gonna have to sign into your account that you made to originally download the game to be able to get the update. And if you need help doing that, I have a video posted of how to download it. I know a handful of people have said it doesn't work for them, but I know for a fact that the video has worked for tons of people. So hopefully you can follow it. I will try to make another one that maybe highlights it more clearly of how exactly to do it, but it should work if you follow it closely. Hopefully it does. But I'll show you the name change feature here real quick. Obviously it costs 300 credits and I have 202 looking at the top right. But we'll just mess with the controls, see what happens. Looks like you gotta hit done, then it does verify. But yeah, obviously it didn't work for us there since we don't have the credits. Rankings look the same, shows the top 50. There's a profile page, and from your profile page you can see the daily missions, and you see we got 3 there, and if you hit that little reload button at the bottom you can get a new challenge, which I just did for that pistol one, because that pistol's hard to get kills with in my opinion, and it changed it, and you see now we don't have that reload option, so I guess you can only change 1 mission per day or something like that. I guess we'll see day to day. Maybe it's 1 per week, 1 per month. I mean, I'm assuming it's 1 per day. But I mean, that's pretty cool because I really didn't want to do that pistol challenge. I know some others have got like frag challenges that seemed hard to do, and I guess the challenges are different for each person. But jumping into the settings here, obviously if you had the game before this update, you see a huge difference. Well, I shouldn't say huge. Obviously, it's just a UI change, user experience change here, which looks nicer, I would say. Already I can't even remember what the old one looked like just off the top of my head. But you see right there where it said apply and cancel. They seem to be putting this like rainbow-colored background on those buttons. Not sure what the deal is with that. I'm not a huge fan of that. It makes it really hard to read the text that's in that box. But anyway, you see we do have customizable control layouts and button sizes with this new update. That's new, and that's an awesome feature. So I'm just going to mess around with them here. I'll probably end up hating it. My experience is, in games like this, I like to go with the floating left pad, which is not on the screen you're looking at now. That's set elsewhere. I'm sure you can find it. But I like to make that floating so I can just tap my left thumb anywhere and start moving, as opposed to having to find where it is on screen, because you're not looking at the buttons on screen. You kind of want to hit them without looking at the buttons. You're kind of looking where you're aiming, in shooter games like this. And obviously you're not using like a handheld controller. I mean, obviously it is handheld and it is your controller, so I guess, it is a handheld controller, but you know what I'm saying. It's not, there are Bluetooth controllers. I don't think Bluetooth controllers work with Critical Ops yet, but with one of those controllers, or like your typical PS4, Xbox, Xbox One, whatever they have now, those controllers, obviously you can feel the buttons, and everyone can use those controllers without looking at the controller, and which is great, which maximizes your skill, your gameplay, all that. And so that with touchscreen games, the goal is similar to not have to look at your controls to be able to hit them, kind of second nature, but you don't have that sensory feedback of touch where you can actually feel the physical button. You're just guessing where your buttons are, more or less, and obviously the more you play, the more comfortable you get. You kind of get a feeling for, if my hand's at the edge of the device, my shoot button's going to be this far away, and you can kind of start hitting them almost second nature. When I first started playing Critical Ops, it took me a while to get used to the controls. I played After Pulse before this, still playing After Pulse. I upload daily After Pulse videos on this channel as well. So the controls were pretty similar to that, which is nice, but there were a few differences, and now that they're customizable, we can make them very similar, which is very nice. Well, it looks like the loadout, nothing changed, no new weapons. I didn't go through every skin, but I'm guessing no new skins. They'll probably add more in the future, I'm assuming, but let's see. The farming technique seems to be the same here. We'll fast forward this ad real quick. So we just finished that ad, and we should get 6 credits. There it is. Went from 202 to 208. And I guess we're just calling them credits. The yellow credits. We got yellow credits and blue credits. But we'll buy a skin case there. One case costs 200, so down to 8 points. That's pretty sweet. Woodland tier 3 skin for HK417. That's a great assault rifle. I like it. It's a slow rate of fire. It's kind of like pop, 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 pop. Kind of similar to a FNFAL, or the FAR-N as it's called in After Pulse. FAL and a bunch of other games. Similar to that. Obviously, it's not a clone of that. Obviously, it looks different, and I'm sure there are differences. Not that the mechanics actually matter in video games. But the play button looks the same here. Got some region selecting. Pretty nice. You don't have to use VPN to play on different regions and things like that. Big credits to the developers of this game. I mean, they really know what they're doing with this one. I think I think this game will be here for quite a while. Obviously, it's a clone of Counter-Strike brought to the mobile platform, but obviously Counter-Strike has been a mainstay in the gaming industry for quite some time now. And like I've said in past videos, if you've watched them, I was introduced to Counter-Strike about a year ago. Played it here and there. Wasn't it's not to die for, in my opinion, but I can see why it lasted so long. Certainly. It's fun to jump in once in a while. It's 800 times more fun when you bring a team of friends along and play with your friends, either against other players in multiplayer or just set up your own private matches, things like that. So I'm guessing same sort of idea here with Critical Ops. Definitely a lot more fun with your teammates. Just jumping in randomly by yourself. It's fun. You can play and get by and all that, but it does start to feel a little redundant. Now that they introduced Team Deathmatch, that should be, keep people engaged, keep people excited. I think the respawn time is like 6 or so seconds on that. It's obviously different from the Defuse game mode, the Search and Destroy game mode. It's called Defuse here. in that once you're dead, you got to wait till the end of the round to respawn, which could potentially be a long amount of time. With team deathmatch, like I said, 6 or so seconds. I think it's 6. You just do that, and you're back in the game right away. And I'll post some TDM gameplay coming up. But you'll see the spawn points are pretty good. I think they seem to change all over the map, so I don't think spawn trapping is a thing in this game, at least not yet, until people get wise and figure it out. But I really don't think you can, at least easily do it. But anyway, that'll be coming up in more videos, and just wanted to show you what's new in the screen here. Hopefully you got the game. If not, check out my video. I'll be uploading a new one about how to download this game. That's hopefully a bit more clear than the one already out there, but the one out there has worked for tons of people. So check that out if you need to, and hit me up if you want to play some Critical Ops together. I'd be glad to get some more people together to play. And thanks for stopping by as always, and be sure to check back for more videos. I'll be catching up on a bunch of videos I missed over the last weekend. So expect a few in a row here, and hope you like them.